Ramon, you've been here, you're from here, you know the rivalry. I'll ask you about it, but first I'd like to hear, Tyler, what have you learned about the rivalry? Was it anything you were very aware of before you came here?
On paper, I knew it was a pretty strong rivalry. I think not until I moved here, and even just living in Louisville, the amount of, not the amount, but just there's a prevalence of UK fans, and just driving around, you see a lot of U of L fans. So I think everything's intermingled, which was kind of pretty interesting to see for me, just because there's the passion behind it. So I've all year long, you hear just a lot about how much it means to the people here, and how big the game is.
Oh yeah, it's the biggest game of the year, to put it like that way. We know what this game means to the city. We know how important this is. We know their record doesn't matter, our record doesn't matter, so it's going to be a war. We're ready.
You guys have kind of a mixed bag. Sometimes you've had, games like against Pitt and Clemson, and also games like Stanford, Notre Dame. How do you guys establish more consistency knowing the impact and importance of a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to take each game for what it is, and be prepared and ready to go. Every team is going to be is going to give you your best, and you got to be ready to go give your best as well. So we just got to limit mistakes and put a focus on that this entire week. I think when we limit penalties and silly mistakes and don't shoot ourselves in the foot, I think we can be really good, and we've shown that. And when stuff like that happens, then we can kind of let things slip away. So I think it's just going to come down to that.
Both of you. Jeff was mentioned, obviously he's from here. He was saying because of that, the rivalry means a lot to him. Do you notice, especially for Ramon, you were here last year, so you got to see it. Do you notice a difference in Jeff when the Kentucky game comes up? And as veterans, as the second question, how do you keep your mindset straight when you're in a rivalry week?
Yeah, Coach Brown has definitely emphasized how important this game is for us, for him, and for the city. And just emphasizing being detailed this week. Obviously, it's a big game, so everything matters. It's going to come down to who's the most disciplined, who's the most detailed team for us to win.
Yeah, before the season, the question a lot of people had was, would you be able to stay healthy the whole season? You have and put up big numbers. Has this coming here been everything you've expected to be at Louisville?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible blessing. I think throughout the the ups and downs of the season, the wins and losses, I've had a lot of fun just playing with my teammates and these coaches, and I think it gives you a lot of perspective. And I know a lot of guys who have been injured, like Jaden Thompson, Jamari, the countless guys who've just kind of got a short end of the stick in some of those scenarios, who are really good players and are going to be good players here in the long run. Just being able to kind of pour into those guys and let them know I've been there, but it's not the end of the road, and it's all going to work out how it's supposed to. So even though we've had some losses this year, but we've been able to learn and grow from it, and kind of come together as a team, and we're going to try and finish this season strong and make it the most memorable.
How much would, given some of the things that are off the table, like making the ACC championship game, how much would a win over Kentucky kind of make up for other goals that aren't able to be met?
Well, I'll say if you ask anybody in this city, I think this game would mean more than anything else in the world. Honestly, that's the biggest game. So we know what it means to us. We know what it means to the city. We know what it means to this university. So we got to get it done.
Tyler, you said you didn't get a grasp on how big the rivalry truly was until you moved here. What was the first moment, I guess, where you fully realized, like, oh wow, this rivalry is a lot bigger than I realized?
I think just kind of echoing what Ramon said is I've had fans and people come up just when we're at getting food or whatever, just kind of whoever we're playing that week earlier in the season, you're like, I don't even really care about this game as long as you beat Kentucky, and it's like, what do you mean we're playing Miami or we're playing Virginia this week? And I was like, this is a big game. So it kind of takes you out a little bit mentally, and you got to lock back into whatever's going on. So I think it was very interesting just because it's extremely exciting to see and be a part of the passionate fan base with it, and I think it just kind of registers how important it is that we be detailed focused this week and do everything right to where we can put ourselves in the best position to win.
Kind of going off of Carl, I mean, we're at Texas Tech 3 years on that, I would say. I guess Oregon kind of has Oregon State, but I guess for a game like this, how much do you think about what this would mean to your final season or just the legacy you can leave at Louisville?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a really big opportunity. I think it's a great opportunity because it's our last regular season game, and they're our next opponent, and then also just because of what it means to a lot of the guys like Ramon who are from here and people from the city, and to be able to go out with a great finish is kind of the main goal that we have.
Good.
Thanks, guys.